Democrats have 24 hours over the next 3 days to make their case to the Senate for impeachment.
The United States is sitting for the trial of the articles of impeachment exhibited by the House of Representatives against Donald John Trump, President of the United States.
The President is accused of withholding military aid to Ukraine to pressure the country into investigating his political rival Joe Biden and his son Hunter.
President Trump corruptly abused the powers of the presidency to solicit foreign interference in the upcoming presidential election for his personal political benefit. In other words, to cheat.
In December, the House of Representatives voted to impeach President Trump.
Article 1 is adopted.
If the Senate votes the same way, he'll be removed from office. But Republicans control the Senate and are showing no signs of cooperating.
The impeachment articles, Articles 1 and 2, obstruction of Congress and abuse of power, are legally flawed, factually insufficient.
Republicans have delayed the Democrats' attempts to bring in new witnesses and evidence.
It's a whole hoax. It's called the impeachment hoax. And we've had it from the beginning, from the day I got elected, this was going on.
Lawyer Jill Wine-Banks was an assistant prosecutor in the Watergate trial and later served in the Carter administration as General Counsel of the US Army, and she joined me earlier. Jill Wine-Banks, welcome. So the Democrats have begun their opening. What have they laid out?
They have laid out a very persuasive case so far. They've talked about several things. One is the legal basis for why this is an impeachable offense, why it's wrong, why it hurts the country's national security, and actually, of course, world security, and endangered an ally of ours, Ukraine. But they've also started now to lay out the facts that are involved in this. And it's a very compelling case. It's very complicated as they go through all of the different characters who show what the president knew and when he knew it and what he did.
Is this pitched primarily at the Republican senators or the voting public?
I am hoping, despite their announcement, at least by the leader McConnell and Lindsey Graham, another senator who has said they would work with the president to make sure he's acquitted. They don't care what the evidence is. They don't need to see it. They do need to see it. That's what a trial is for, and it's very important that they keep an open mind. They may have an opinion now, but their job in rendering impartial justice, as they swore they would do in taking the oath, is to listen to the evidence and render a verdict based on the evidence presented. Now, that gets to another issue, which is Leader McConnell has said, there's not going to be any evidence. I don't want witnesses. I don't want documents. And so far, they have tabled all efforts to have witnesses and documents. But they have agreed that they would consider it after the opening statements. So I still remain slightly hopeful that the American public will rise up and let their senators know that they will not be happy. 71% of Americans polled say they want to have a fair trial, which means they want to have witnesses, they want to have documents.
What can this Senate trial actually achieve, given Republicans are unlikely to cooperate and even more unlikely to impeach?
It can certainly show people exactly what has happened. The facts are being laid out, and that's important. And besides, I think what's important is that in taking this action, it wasn't done to help the Democrats. It seems to be, all polling is that it won't help. But it is the right thing to do, and I'd rather be on the moral side doing the right thing. So I think it's important that they went ahead with this trial.
Do you think any Republican senators will actually vote to impeach?
Right now, I don't think so. But I think there have been some signs that people are actually listening. I think that if they allow witnesses, it's going to be harder and harder to vote against impeachment because the facts are very clear and facts matter. Everybody is diminished if the president can get away with this.
Jill Wine-Banks, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.